Hey everyone, so I'm going live and I'm from India right now, and that is why I had to write this whole thing out because sometimes it's really easy to go live and to just flow and be with your flow, but I'm not really in that kind of situation right now. So this is what it's got to be. Uh, I'm changing the trajectory of my life. This is really hard, and it has been really hard as I've been trying very hard and very seriously applying myself to change the trajectory of my life for about 5 years now. And recently it got very serious because I officially became frustrated with the reality that I've been living in. I've been applying myself and working so hard for the last 5 years, and the best ways to describe how I feel are it was like I was a car stuck in mud, spinning and spinning and spinning my tires, just burning rubber and going nowhere. Pulling the emergency chain on the high speed train that was my life, slamming it to a halt and turning it in a completely new direction. But surprisingly, getting to full speed again has been oddly challenging in that process. And I've been giving it all I've got, all of my energy, using every tactic I know, meditation, yoga, leveling up in my knowledge of the internet, self-teaching, self-help, mentors, self-awareness, traveling, friendships. But I think the biggest challenge was that throughout the journey and almost for the entire journey of transformation, I was tripping on India. And I really got stuck with this culture, which in so many ways is behind Western culture. And trying to share on YouTube, trying to launch this new brand image primarily from India and while in America, tripping on India has been unbelievably difficult. For one, distractions were everywhere all the time. Trying to find a quiet space to connect with myself and my inner voice was so difficult. But I realized from the very beginning that I was facing a very unique challenge. This was a challenge that would bring me down for a long time, really bring me down and make my life super challenging, sort of like the hero's journey, if you've heard of that. But the end result would be so worth it. I would leave India after 5 years of traveling to this culture with a super bright inner light, and a loud and powerful inner and outer voice. The weaknesses that I had before, my inability to make videos in public and stay true to my message without being tainted or distracted or diluted by the voices and projections of the people around me, basically having a higher vibration and owning that vibration and understanding myself. Now let's talk about YouTube, the YouTube conversation. I now understand what it is really about. Beautiful people, beautiful problems, and the promotion of that. A generational conversation, a young generation of peaceful warriors who want to live beautifully, be beautiful, express that, and who want to rise above the hate and the anger. Maybe modern day hippies in a way, but they haven't realized it yet. A young generation of people and creators who want to show that they no longer want to participate in the conversation of their parents, but they want to change it. A conversation of peace, abundance, wealth, happiness, and the pursuit of happiness. And believing and knowing that truly being the person you want to see in the world is the answer. And being the person you want to see in the world is truly what is changing the world right now. We use YouTube to critique ourselves and evolve ourselves. And sometimes we critique others on YouTube. And we knowingly do this. We do this with such an awareness that we're also helping them on their journey of loving themselves more. And unlike much of the rest of the world who are still stuck in this play of ego, of seeing ourselves through other people as our mirrors, and relying on other people in society to be our mirrors. You know the scene, you get dressed up and you go out because you need to see what society thinks about you. Trying to know ourselves by dressing in our best clothes, going out in the world and onto the stage of life to join in the play called society. We, YouTubers, this young generation, or the people who feel young because they use YouTube, we are taking the responsibility of knowing ourselves into our hands, and we are looking in the mirror and looking into the camera and critiquing ourselves first. We're critiquing ourselves first. There's a distraction over there. Ken, see, I get very distracted still. Critiquing ourselves first without putting on the pressure, without putting the pressure on society to grow us. I listen to the conversation on YouTube now. I've watched a lot of YouTubers, all different kinds. Superwoman, the best, Justine, some of the smaller YouTubers, the astrologers, the Leo King, Raw Alignment, Elise Parker. There's so many. I've really, really taken the last couple of years to study YouTube, because when I began YouTube, it was like just my projection and there weren't many YouTubers to study. Hello, I'm talking about my journey right now. Thank you for joining. This is live, so I do have to acknowledge the people. So I listen, and I'm happy that you're here. Thank you. So I listen to the conversation on YouTube, and I'm looking forward to growing my YouTube channel and speaking my truth to help the YouTube community evolve to the next level. I do feel like it is time that the YouTube conversation is about to change. And I really feel like it's going to be truly next level, like mind-blowingly exciting how this new YouTube conversation is going to be. I'm really excited to be participating in this second stage of the YouTube conversation. After about 15 years of experience with YouTube, and a lot of experience, I've collaborated with some of the greatest YouTubers there are today. After about 15 years of experience with YouTube, I feel excited about jumping into this community again. I'm dipping my toes in the water. I would prefer to be diving in head first, but that's not my journey. And sharing my voice, my journey, sharing my message. It is one that has been in the works for quite a while now, and the future of this platform seems bright, very bright. It's going to be interesting to see how this company continues to grow and what effect it has on humanity globally in this interesting experiment in human history called the internet. There is a lot to come as I continue to embrace this new flow of creativity. Jumping into this YouTube conversation now is something I've been working to do for quite a while now. And I'm happy that you're here with me for this journey. Please like this video, share it with friends, and if you know me and are a YouTuber, share it with other YouTubers. Some wisdom, just some wisdom. You can say, Brooke is back. Please subscribe, and thank you so much for being here for this live stream.